Hello, my name is Danielle Langlois, and today I'm going to be presenting our case study. Do you have time for a survey? Challenges and lessons learned from the recruitment process for an online survey. Okay, so as researchers, we all know that recruitment is an essential part of research design. However, it's not really something that we tend to talk about outside the context of classrooms. So we thought it would be interesting to take a recent study that we worked on and go through the research design and recruitment process and discuss where we had issues and maybe how to fix those issues in the long term. So let's go ahead and talk about this. We have to quickly introduce the study's topic area. The general domain is in esports, specifically esports training. We had a number of primary research questions we were interested in. Essentially, we wanted to know, what are professional esports players doing for training? Are they training independently? Are they training with coaches or with programs? And how do those different programs differ? What do they think is important in that training? What different types of training are they doing, including like physical training, things like this. We also were interested in collecting data from esports fans because we wanted to see if what the fans thought was important was also what the actual professional esports players thought was important. So with our method, we wanted 30 to 50 participants, again, both professionals and fans. So we developed a 30-question survey, and it is an unpaid survey. We planned on starting data collection in the middle of May, and we planned on going to the middle of June. However, we knew that there was the potential for things to go wrong or for us to have problems. So we planned on extending the data collection process to the end of July if we needed to. We used a number of different recruitment methods. So physical flyers like the one on the side here, and it's a pretty standard flyer. It just says, hey, are you interested in esports? We would like to hear from you. Here's a QR code, scan the QR code, and you can do our survey. So beyond the physical flyers, we also did recruitment via social media and sometimes used like the PDF of the flyer in those posts. We also used personal networks as well as cold emailing to try and get participants. So what happened? What went down? Well, data collection started as planned. Everything was great. However, it did not end until August 15th. And remember, on the last slide, we said, oh, we're going to potentially extend until the end of July. So that's 2 extra weeks. And the reason we ended up expanding it out 2 weeks beyond what we expected was that we were really having a hard time recruiting participants. After August 15th, we ended up ending the study and we had 15 good responses. So we're definitely going to be talking about why we think that happened. But kind of to start you out in looking at this, we have a screenshot on this slide that comes from 2 different TikToks that I made. And one of them is just me talking to the camera, hey, can you do our survey? The other one is a compilation of me dying in Counter-Strike and basically saying, hey, I'm bad at video games. Come do my video game survey. And these were both posted to TikTok. Okay, so let's talk maybe about how things are going via like the different recruitment methods. So first of all, the in-person recruitment via the flyer. You saw the flyer a couple of slides ago. We know that some people scan the QR code because we saw them do it. However, because it was in person when we weren't always necessarily in the room, we do not know how many people total saw the flyer. We don't know how many people scanned the QR code. We also did a lot of recruiting through personal networks. We think this was successful. We actually estimate that a lot of our participants, if not almost all of them, came from here. With cold emailing, we ended up emailing approximately 50 different entities. This includes esports organizations, researchers, professional esports teams, even university esports teams, different institutions. And then also on this slide, again, we have a screenshot from a social media post. This one comes from Twitter, and it is actually linking to the TikTok of me, the compilation of me getting killed in Counter-Strike. And it also, of course, links to the survey and has a number of popular hashtags to various esports entities and esports games. Okay, so let's talk more specifically about the social media. I've already been showing you some of the screenshots of the posts, but what's actually going on those apps? So first of all, we have Discord. We posted in 4 different Discord communities. We got a good amount of engagement there, particularly in the Discord community oriented around esports research. We also made 2 Facebook posts. They did not do well. I think they got like one of them got 1 like. That's how bad we're talking here. Then we have TikTok and Instagram. There were 3 videos were created via TikTok, and then they were posted on both TikTok and Instagram, as well as also linked like on Twitter and places like that. The TikTok videos actually had a pretty decent reach. They reached approximately 2,500 views. On Instagram, the exact same 3 videos reached just under 200 views. Now, one of the issues that we quickly ran into with these particular apps were the issues of exterior links. So within like Instagram and TikTok, you cannot post a link within the description of the video. You have to essentially direct people to go to your profile and then click on a link in your profile on Instagram. TikTok does not allow you to post an exterior link until you reach a certain threshold of followers. I did not have that particular threshold of followers. So on TikTok, we ended up having to ask potential participants to click through to the TikTok profile. And on the TikTok profile, go click on the link to the Instagram profile. And then on the Instagram profile, click on the link to the actual survey. So that's a lot of steps to ask of potential participants. Let's continue talking social media. We also posted on Reddit. We made 4 posts to the subreddit r/sample size. This is a subreddit that is specifically oriented around recruiting for research. We made a couple of other attempts on other subreddits, other areas of the website, but they did not work out for various reasons. Either they were not allowed on particular subreddits, or we weren't able to get permission from the moderators. On Twitter, we made 10 total independent tweets from 3 accounts over 3 months. This is kind of similar to LinkedIn, where there were 6 total independent posts made from 3 accounts. Those 3 accounts were my account, my supervisor/co-author's account, and then our laboratory's account. Okay, so let's actually reflect on all of this and talk about what went wrong and where we think we could fix things. Well, first of all, timing. We tried to do data collection in the summer. That did not work out. Academics are not really in session as much. People are presumably outside doing things, having vacations. It did not work out well. So be strategic about your timing. Survey design considerations. Many of our participants dropped out very early on, particularly at the consent form. So it's possible that the consent form overwhelmed or confused people. Maybe we accidentally attracted people under the age of 18. It's also possible that the survey was way too long for participants to be willing to do it for free. So all of those things may have caused problems for us. It's also important for researchers to consider their social media reach. Not all of us spend a lot of time and energy on our social media presences. So social media recruitment may not be as plausible for those who are not super active or have a lot of followers on various platforms. So when you are a researcher who is planning to use social media, that's not even the only thing when it comes to considering social media reach. You as a researcher also need to make sure that you understand how the platforms work. So the big thing for me, for example, was that the exterior links issue. We were already collecting data when I realized that that was a problem. That was something that I probably could have prepared for had I known about it. So here's some other things. Additional reward. We didn't offer a reward or any kind of incentive for completing the survey. Offering a gift card or a drawing for a gift card, something like that, could be simple, even if you maybe don't have the funding to actually pay your participants. If you do have the funding to pay for your participants, though, you could consider doing recruiting via like a survey panel like mTurk or something else like Game Tester, and using that paid service. It might be easier. Also, the ease of dissemination. People need to be able to get to the survey website easily. Again, that issue of exterior links primarily being a problem here. It also may be a good idea to track where your participants are coming from. This would allow for you to know which platforms are going to work out for you. So that's the end. If you have any questions, go ahead and message us. Send us emails, send us tweets, whatever. So here we have our laboratory website, as well as the laboratory Twitter. And then I have my personal website, which has links to various social medias that I have, as well as my Twitter. We hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for listening.